A very pleasant good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. Pick up yourself, you don't know. This is Afro-Jamaican. My friends and family call me Ray Julius Nyerere. Yeah, that's me. Anyhow, some time ago, I started on my journey in trying to build a bicontinental life or moving to Kenya. Some things were easy, some things were hard. It was easy to register a company with a Kenyan partner. It was easy to buy land and so on. What's not so easy is trying to pay your taxes because, yes, I have a business partner, but my business partner is fairly silent. So I'm the person in charge. I'm the one doing everything, and I'm doing it from here in Canada. It is extremely challenging. So a simple thing as trying to pay land rates for my properties in a couple of different counties there has been a challenge. I Frustration does set in sometimes because I'm saying to myself, why would you make it so easy for someone to come and just set up a company in your country, register a company, buy property, but they can't work or they can't be in any activity of the company? That kind of just don't make much sense to me. But hey, I don't know how it works in Canada. Although I see people come in and buying houses and all that stuff and companies named from abroad, but that's another story. So that's one thing. And then the other thing, I started applying for my permit, my work permit, so I can work in the company that I own. And I started the process. Now, the good thing is the process you can do online. The challenges, you're still working with documents and so on. And I'm going to tell you the challenge I had. I needed a bank account to be able to transfer $100,000 US from my Canadian bank into a Kenyan bank. That's the stipulation. The money has to be in a Kenyan bank. Now, I see some countries that will accept a bank statement from your bank in whatever country you're coming from, which would have been easier. My process would have been done. That's the only thing I'm waiting on. But yes, it has to be in a Kenyan bank. So I went to Kenya. I went to every bank I could find and spent 2 3 days going into banks. I had my documentation. I had everything I thought I needed to say, hey, this is me. I own this company. I've spent this many millions of shillings, buying a property. I'm legitimate. Oh, you need to have a personal carry PIN number. Okay, let me contact Carrie. Carrie is pretty responsive. Oh, to get a Carrie PIN, you have to have a bank account with $100,000 in there. So I'm like, yeah, I can't get one without the other, and so you're stuck. Anyways, I wrote every bank I could find. I wrote. One person wrote me back from this bank, and they're saying, yeah, we can do the process for you. Don't worry, you don't need a carry pin. We can use your partner's pin. Blah 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 blah. We'll do it. The thing is, I have to print several pages of documentation. I have to go get them stamped for $20 each, which is fine, not the money, by a notary public. Then I have to send them from Canada to my Kenyan partner, who is then going to have to sign, take to the bank, and then the bank will open the account. Easier said than done to gather everything and then mail them off. But anyways, the process is ongoing, fine. But what I would say is there are ways that we can make things a lot more efficient. Like a lot of the things that are being asked for, I can show, especially if it's a company that has a consulate or an embassy, I can show up with these documents, proof, and somebody at the embassy can validate them. It's just, it can get very stressful, is what I'm saying. So I said to myself, no, man, I'm going to do this for myself and I'm going to get it done. I have no choice. My mind and my soul is not at peace, or it's only at peace when I was in Kenya. I I was in Kenya. I went to Kenya sick the first time. I was sick. I left work. I was sick, and one of the medication that I was taking, when I came back, the bottle was full, and my wife said, you didn't take this?" And I'm like, "Holy shit!" The whole time, my body didn't call for the medication. I wasn't sick, and so not only mentally but physically, my spirit wants to be on that side of the world. So, gotta do what you gotta do. So my face is getting swollen. Oh, that's another story. But anyways, so I said, you know what? I don't want anyone else to go through this process that I've been through. Like I'm gonna try my best to see if I can make the process easier for everybody else. So I've made some of the process easier for other people. Several people have been able to acquire land through my experience, and I don't charge a cent. That's not why I'm here. I'm not here to make money off people who are looking for the same thing I'm looking for. No, that's not me. I'm here to serve. I'm here to serve our people. I'm not looking to get rich off y'all. So that's one side of it. But if now you want to go and operate your business in Kenya or in some other country, there has to be an easier way. So I wrote every politician by email that I could get my hands on. Everyone. One person answered me. One person. Out of everybody I wrote, one person answered me. And you know, it's funny, I heard Dr. Lumumba said the same thing, you know, that when he was in, Professor Lumumba, when he was in working for the government in Kenya, he goes, if somebody wrote him, he wrote them back. He goes, I might not be able to do what you want, but at least I will respond. I just want to make some of the government officers know, you see all those info emails? Some of them are not even working, and it's on your websites, and they don't work. Yeah, so anyways. So one person wrote me back, and I've been communicating with this person. This person happens to be a governor of a county. Very responsive individual. I don't know if the individual want their name out there with this, so I'm not going to mention where they are, who they are. But the person read the letter and said, and I asked, I go, we need a champion in Kenya, because some of us, we want to come home. Yes, we might not have been, our parents might not be from Kenya, but we want to come home. And I was able to show proof that there's a bunch of people waiting to come home, but it's so difficult. The government thinks it's easy, because I was speaking with one of the ambassadors on a show called One Mic Show, and they think it's easy. Oh, the process is there. No, the process does not work. The process might be, if the process is working, if people are getting it, I guarantee you someone is getting paid somewhere to do something they ought not to do, because there is no way you are going to get that bank account if you don't have the KRA pin. And by right, you can't get the KRA pin unless you have $100,000 in the bank. So if they are getting it, I'm just saying. So yeah, so this governor says, person said, I understand the situation. Person studied abroad and said, I have seen the situation, how blacks are treated in a particular country in the West. The person said, I studied, I have seen it. Person, I understand. I will be your champion here in Kenya. I'm forwarding your email to the president personally. And can't make any promises except I'm going to forward the email and I'm going to be your champion. And the person that I have been communicating after that. This is the governor of a county that owes me nothing, knows nothing about me. Yeah, I send my YouTube video so they can see that I'm legitimate and I'm serious. But that just tells me that this person is willing to trust and have some faith in a total stranger. And I'm doing the same with this governor. So all I'm telling you is I'm not giving up. No, I'm in the process of writing a document, trying to influence government policies in a few African countries. It may go nowhere. Somebody might get it in an email and they may throw it out. I don't know. But I have to do what I can and do my best. And I mean, some of them are simple things. It's simple things. It's for example, how to treat your staff if you open a business. What percentage of your staff needs to be Kenyan, or needs to be Ugandan, or needs to be wherever, Congolese, like things like that, to make sure that all boats rise with the tide. You know, I mean, in my my policies in my company, my staff get a cut of 10% of the profits every year. And people are like, why would you do that? No, the owner must get paid this amount of shillings. And no. I'm not looking to exploit anybody. I must be able to leave that company and it's still running and I can go start something else. I'm not looking to come to Kenya to be an employee. Absolutely not. So I want to make sure that anybody I find and I interview thoroughly, I'm hiring my replacement. And they must hire their replacement and pay people properly. This monthly payment thing, I won't do that either. Bi-weekly pay. Straight into your M-Pesa or your bank account, whatever you want it. I don't need the cash thing. You understand? 2 weeks paid vacation. Now, again, some expats are saying I'm going to make it bad for the rest of them. What you do in your company is entirely up to you. Right? But I am treating people the way I want to be treated. My second company that I'm running, we're buying some equipment. People are using equipment. At the end of, after we've made back the purchase of the equipment and 30% return, the staff member gets that piece of machinery for themselves, free. They get it for themselves. Remember, they're not paying to maintain it. They're not buying anything. Because this is how you empower people. And that's what's in my document. Now, granted, I don't know if it's going to... Somebody's going to respond to me. Because out of several emails I've written to people in Kenya, only one person responded to me. And so now I have another. This is how many pages? 3-page. I'm trying to be able to influence government policies. But we need a coalition of people, because me alone, I'm trying, but me alone can't do it. If we get as many like-minded people, especially if you want to go to East Africa, I'm not really thinking about West Africa right now. I mean, it could be the same, but if you're interested in East Africa, let's form a coalition. I'm not asking for money. Your signature on a document might be good enough. You might be just needing to raise awareness. Maybe you can write to the members of parliament, especially if you're from those countries and you want to see us come home and, reap the benefits of us coming home. So, yeah. So that's what I've been up to. As I said, my process is slow because I'm doing it the right way. I'm not paying a bribe. I'm not paying a middleman. Some people keep telling me, oh, just pay 4,000 US and we can... No. The first time I registered my company, I paid 350 US to register my company. The first one. The second one, you know how much I paid to register the second one? 10,700 Kenyan shillings. Why? I did it myself. So the first one, as Ali from one of my shows said, it's school fees. And I'm not mad. It's school fees. I had to pay to learn. So yes. So I can register a company in Kenya. It takes me not that long. Right? And so the person who did it for me the first time charged me like 2-3 times what it costs. So yeah, will I still use that person? Yeah, if it's a lawyer, it's something where if I can't, I might need that person to do it. But if I can do it myself, and I tell you, the Kenyan government, this guy's on a roll with this digitization of services, because how are they going to try and bribe you when you're doing everything online? And the next person who comes in for the shift will have access to your information and follow through and finish what they need to finish. And that's the way it should be. That's really the way it should be. I remember growing up in Jamaica, and you needed a passport. Now, this was years ago. You went to the passport office, you line up, you pay a guy outside, and the guy outside that you pay, though you probably don't even work in the passport office, but you pay him go inside, pay somebody, you get your passport within 2-3 days. People are waiting months for passports. But if you pay the money, if you pay a bribe, you get it in 2-3 days. What does that tell you? It tells you can get your passport in 2-3 days. So create a system that people won't be exploited and get their passport in 2-3 days. You pay more for it. Anyways, I digress. I don't want to beat up my gum, as my granny would say. But yeah, we need to, do some building of coalition. If people are interested, my email and everything is on my website. And then, you know, we need to raise awareness. So if you're good with social media and so on, we need to do that. And then people who are a lot smarter than I am can engage some of the governmental stakeholders, right? So if there's a law out there, we might need some legal expertise as well. But again, this is primarily, I'm saying, if you're looking to relocate to East Africa, let's form a coalition, you know. And if we get enough people, why pick one country? Go to the whole Eastern African Union, or their trade zone, and see if we can, you know, maybe get residency. You pick the country, and Eastern Africa, and you're good to go. Anyways, I don't want to get too rambling on here. Thanks for your time. I appreciate everything. I appreciate the good comments. The adverse comments, I don't delete them either, you know, because I only see things one way based on my experience and upbringing. Somebody else might see something a different way. It doesn't mean it's wrong, because I think most of us want to get to the same destination. It's just the road, how we get there, we might have to compromise on, but I think we want the same things. So anyways, you have yourselves a good evening, and catch you in the next one.